Good morning. Welcome to Sacred Enzyme. I'm Stacy. It's very, very early here in Florida. I'm always up at the crack of dawn. I had a really hard time sleeping last night, so I've been up since like 2 a.m. But, I was looking at the events that have been happening over the last couple of days because I've been trying to figure out what it could be that's happening on the 11th that that the World Mother was talking about that will put us into a shift or turn the light on for humanity. And so this is one thing that I ran across this morning and I wanted to share, and it's about the assassination of President Trump, the assassination attempt of President Trump in Pennsylvania when he was at that rally in July. And it's being alleged that the governor of Pennsylvania, Josh Shapiro, colluded or conspired along with other officials and ex-President Joe Biden in the assassination attempt of President Trump. So I want to read the actual criminal affidavit that was filed by this whistleblower. This whistleblower's complaint she had forwarded her complaints to the Secret Service, and from the way that I'm understanding it is that those complaints were blocked from being passed along. I think it was by Christopher Wray, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to go ahead and read this because it's important for people to know what's going on. It says, I, Hadassah Feinberg, affiant and federal whistleblower, hereby allege that defendant Josh Shapiro in his personal, individual, and official capacity facilitated, organized, and carried out his plan to assassinate President Donald J. Trump on July 13, 2024. Defendant Shapiro was unsuccessful in completing his mission, but is responsible for organizing and facilitating it, injuring the current president, and causing the murder of Corey Confrontori. Defendant Shapiro conspired and colluded with Pennsylvania officials, namely Pennsylvania State Police Commissioner Christopher Paris, to carry out the attempted assassination of President Donald J. Trump on July 13, 2024. Defendant Shapiro commenced the facilitation and coordination of the attempted assassination by utilizing Pennsylvania State Trooper Commissioner Christopher Paris to conceal the crimes. Defendant Christopher Paris made false and inconsistent statements under oath to the Senate Judiciary Committee around August 2024. He falsified statements to thwart and impede criminal investigation and obscure the discovery of facts leading to the attempted assassination in Butler, Pennsylvania. Defendants Josh Shapiro and Christopher Paris' actions were willful and not a security failure, as defendant Paris testified under oath to the Senate Judiciary Committee. On July 13, 2024, President Donald J. Trump was shot from the Pennsylvania State Police perimeter at the Butler, Pennsylvania rally. This is not within the perimeter assigned to the United States Secret Service, and all statements relating to the Secret Service failure are false. It is in his sworn testimony. Defendant Paris fabricated, distorted, and willfully blamed the United States Secret Service for security failures and efforts to divert the criminal investigation and conceal the crimes. Both defendants, Christopher Paris and Josh Shapiro, are named on a RICO lawsuit at the Pennsylvania Commonwealth Court for their ongoing crimes of public corruption and fraud in the state of Pennsylvania against thousands of whistleblowers, witnesses, and victims. And there's another complaint where this person also has one against Scott A. Evans. And on February 5th, 2025, at least five federal provided witness testimonies to be the state and federal crimes committed by defendant Shapiro spanning. Okay, let me go to the next one. Over 10 years, including Gregory. I see this is a little bit blurry. I'm sorry, guys. Gregory, it looks like Steinestrom, Leah Hoops, and Sean Connolly. In the days leading up to the attempted assassination, here we go. Alex Soros made credible threats to assassinate President Donald J. Trump. He has never faced any criminal investigation despite his valid threats. Defendant Josh Shapiro, a close confidant of Soros and recipient of large campaign donations, carried out the premeditated plan to thwart President Trump from being elected. Defendant Shapiro was actively engaged in laundering funds with Ukraine. The verified election of President Donald J. Trump would not only expose Shapiro's federal laundering, but expose multiple officials from the Democratic Party who are laundering millions of taxpayer dollars. Defendant Josh Shapiro invited President Zelensky to meet with him in person in 2024, where he physically signed, it looks like it says bombs, in an unprecedented photo op with the Ukrainian president. In the weekend leading up to the Trump rally, President Joseph R. Biden made frequent visits to defendant Josh Shapiro to discuss the obstacle faced by the Democratic Party. Joshua Shapiro organized, schemed, and conspired with other officials to carry out the attempted assassination against former President Donald J. Trump. Defendant Joshua Shapiro and Pennsylvania State Police Commissioner Christopher Paris are guilty and liable of willful misconduct, and their plans to facilitate organize the attempted assassination must be investigated and charged. Defendant Shapiro is guilty of committing thousands of crimes, including but not limited to threatening, intimidating, and stalking federal whistleblowers, including this offendant and her children, obstructing and tampering with the murder investigation of Ellen Greenberg, actively obstructing and facilitating election interference in Delaware County, Pennsylvania in 2020, obstructing justice and threatening Matthew and Carolyn Peterson, obstructing the murder investigation of 9-year-old Jared, it looks like Tatuco, obstructing the murder investigation of 19-month-old Iris Mamert, obstructing the criminal investigation of sexual abuse against J.G. through Michelle Henry, obstructing the criminal investigation of child endangering related to EGS, ES, ERS, and ENS. And this just goes on and on. So that's really something right there. So they're basically saying in this complaint that this whistleblower has come forward and said that the Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro was conspiring. That's what it says in this complaint. It says he was conspiring with police officials and with some government officials to assassinate Trump. So, I don't know. I mean, definitely things are just being made, public knowledge by the day at this point in time. And the corruption and the matrix is really becoming apparent to everybody. So with that, I just wanted to share the complaint while I still had access to it online. I don't know if it'll be taken down or even if this video will be taken down. But I'm going to post it there because everybody needs to know about this stuff. We have to be aware of what's going on. See, this is why this is so important for us to be hands-on for ourselves. All this stuff's been going on underneath the public's nose for all these years, and nobody's been the wiser. And if it hadn't really been for COVID, I don't think people would have had a moment to pause and sit in themselves and then just open the floodgates to see all of the things that have been going on behind our backs. Especially in the school system. Look at how many people finally got a nose in what's going on in their kids' classroom and heard all that crap going on in the background. That was a first big eye-opening experience for many people, was during that time. So, we have to keep bringing all of this stuff to light because we have to take care of ourselves. We have to work in our communities. We have to start digging deep, folks. Can't depend on your government to come and save you. Can't. Where's the trust at this point? So with that, it's been 9 minutes. I hope that you're doing great. And, I'm just so thankful that we're here in the age of Aquarius to see all this truth coming to light, and waking up. So I hope to catch you on the next one. Have a great day. Thanks for watching Sacred Enzyme. Bye-bye.